Hey everybody, it's Marty the JavaScript Party, and it is my short 3GS videos, June 17th, 7:26 p.m. I'm feeling good. This is the first best I've felt in a while. So that makes me happy. Let's see if this is working yet. There we go. So what we have built is this thing that I was calling a pyramid, and it's like not a pyramid. It is a what is this? What is this? It is a tetrahedron geometry. And it's basically kind of has something along the lines of a radius, and the radius is 3, or the thing is 3. It will take a radius, details, and number. Oh no. The radius can be undefined, details could be a number or undefined. I bet you, I wonder, I didn't even notice that before. Should be probably the first thing I do. This is really the learning process. I know we try to make these quick, like, whoa, so then it ends up not doing at all what I thought it was going to do. Let's see, let's try 6. Let's see what happens when we do this. That is not what I expected to happen. Let's try an odd number, 5. And we'll just do another. Can't really see what's going on. Let's try 3. And 1. So yeah, I don't know what details means. Wow, that is really cool though. That is really, really neat. What was that? That was 1. And then if it's undefined, it's like that. And this is what I was calling a pyramid, and it is not a pyramid. And it just blew my mind, and it really shows, because then when I told my wife, it blew her mind too. And when I told, and the reason is because like a pyramid has 1 square bottom and 4 sides. So it's 5-sided total. This is 4-sided total, which is not a pyramid. Yeah, who knew? Now I think I would have known that it was a pyramid was 4-sided had we gone sort of backwards, like if it's just the way you come at information. But anyways, yeah, so that's that. I made a lot of changes, but I committed all the ones already that were like not really relevant, and this is what we ended up having that was relevant. I wish I could have got rid of a little bit more, but I couldn't. So basically now we got rid of all this loader stuff and all that. We just created a normal material, a tetrahedron geometry with a radius of 3. I guess that's a radius. Let's see, does it tell me what that is? Yeah, radius of 3, and then the actual mesh. This is a mesh with this geometry and this material. And that is really cool. And that's really all that you needed to do. I was able to, let's see, where are we on time? 3:41. So yeah, there's enough time to, this was probably going to be the next one, but might as well slide it in here and then move on to the next one after that. And I did want to mention that, like, man, there's just, like, on planes, we could have done so much more, right? We could have, there was just a million other things we could do. And it's just one of those things where it's just like, well, here we could just get stuck on that and only work on that. But I loved this one when I discovered it. And I think this has a special name. Some people call it like a star. But basically it's 2 of them, and then one of them rotated by 90 degrees, I think. But I think that is just a very, very cool thing. And I believe, like, there's like all the, I don't know, I've run across the phrase a few times called sacred geometries. And I guess this is a sacred geometry for like moving between the dimensions or something like that. I don't know. I really don't know much about it. I fully respect it. I'm not like trying to belittle or diminish the idea of sacred geometries. I just don't know anything about it. but apparently this is one of them. So that is that. I think probably the next, like I would love to get into lighting on this and put like shiny materials and stuff like that. But unfortunately, that is just like a whole different direction. And I think I want to kind of, like when I decide to go with, when we start implementing lighting, like working my way back through these things. And actually, I guess I do want this to be, I do want this to be its own video and its own, um, its own, um, its own, video and URL for GitHub. There we go. But anyways, so I think that is amazing. I wish I had done this. If I could go back like 5 years, I would have. I wish when I first started the other one, my other stuff, I wish I had done this as well. I would have. I wish I had just started going. Like, it would have been really cool. It would have been really cool to be able to do this. That is like, it would have been. I don't know. I wonder where I'd be today. You know, like after 4 or 5 years of doing these every couple of days. You know, like we probably have like Perlin noise and gravity or physics engine and music and all kinds of stuff. You know, but this is, this is what live and learn, and that's what's great. Anyways, happy coding, everybody. Bye.